by editing a texture pack for yourself, go ahead. It's fairly simple. Maybe if there's one texture pack that you like the...
Stop kicking my freaking chair!
For example, the sun emblem from, you can go ahead and take that and put that into another texture pack folder. Just look up how to edit a texture pack if you want to know. I'm not making a video. This is probably a shit ton already. I was able to find one. I barely even needed one because it was that simple. But there's a lot of wood in this tree. Holy shit. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know because there's always a person asking me. It seems like every day, every episode. So just wanted to go ahead and inform you guys, and I'll probably get asked again in like a week because not everybody watches all these episodes. Well, I don't want to say that because I'm pretty sure there may be a few people that do. And I was going to see if I could get
What to put inside of an ender chest?
Hello everyone and welcome to the Essential Ender Chest Guide. This video will show you how to make proper use of an ender chest by filling it with the right items to make it as useful as possible. Now this might sound a little unnecessary, but bear with me. How many times have you found yourself working on a project, maybe a building or a redstone project, and you have to head all the way back to your storage chests in order to pick up some blocks that you need? Well, it happens to me a lot, and no matter how prepared I think I am, there is always something I end up needing. And I always have to journey back to my chest, which is sometimes a long way away. So the first thing I'd like to make clear is that this isn't about using your ender chest to transport building materials to where you're building. This is about making the ender chest as useful as possible, because no matter how prepared you are, there is always going to be something that you didn't anticipate, and you'll need to go and craft an item or find a particular block. So in this video, I'm going to go over what I recommend putting in your ender chest and why. So the first thing to put into your ender chest, more ender chests. That's right, it may sound silly, but being able to place multiple ender chests in the area that you're working in makes it more convenient for you. You want to make it as accessible as possible, so being able to quickly grab one and move it into a new location is essential. Second of all is Silk Touch. It's always a good idea to keep a couple of tools in your ender chest, but a Silk Touch pick is a must for being able to pick up the ender chest when you are done. It's also useful for other blocks. Too, like ice, stone, ores, grass and other blocks you may be working with. Of course you need the Silk Touch enchantment to pick these blocks back up. So now we move on to blocks. What ones to store there and why? For the most part this is about reaching as much of the crafting tree as we can, so you can make as many things as possible and therefore more likely to be able to craft that one item you forgot to bring with you. So let's start off with some basics. Wood, cobblestone, iron and redstone. A stack of each of these will give you access to a large amount of craftable items. With a furnace you can make charcoal to smelt cobble into stone, giving you even more options for things to craft. This includes tools too. Although you may be decked out with diamond tools and armour, a hoe is often forgotten about and can be useful at times, and the shears being especially useful for additional blocks, being able to pick up leaves and shrubbery. What you could also consider doing is replacing your wood with saplings and bones. The two could provide much more wood overall by growing trees, and would provide a source of leaves or apples if you need food. You can use the bones to tame a wolf if there's one nearby, and bone meal can be used on grass to get flowers, can be crafted into dyes or used for aesthetics. Grass and long grass can be grown, and seeds can be harvested and grown into wheat, then turned into bread or even hay bales for building. Next up is sand, probably more useful if you're doing an aesthetic build. Sand can give you access to 5 different sandstone blocks, glass, glass panes and its stained variants. Of course a single stack of sand is not suited for a sandstone or glass house. The
Carl.
idea here is
Curtains. That's some
Because somebody done a freaking
now the
poo and he
may sound like a fancy
stank.
thing to
What did he add in? Sponges was that?
a few more sandstone blocks or a bit of glass to fill in a window. Nether quartz ore may sound like a fancy thing to include, but actually it's really useful. Not only can you craft some additional building blocks if you need them, it's also a great source of XP which you get from mining it. Granted, you would need a silk touch pick to mine and store it in the first place, but it's worth doing and can be used to craft a daylight sensor and comparators as well. String is another useful one, although it doesn't provide much for building. If you're working on a redstone project with tripwire hooks, then it's a good idea to have some spare if you run out of tripwire. You can also make bows, dispensers, and a fishing rod if you really need one. Keeping a stack of slime balls or even slime blocks can be useful. Although you're more likely to already have these if you're ever going to need them, you can make leads with string and a slime ball, which can come in useful if there's any animals nearby that you want to tie up. Next up, we've got gold and diamonds. Gold is useful for a few things, mainly powered rails. It's probably not essential, and you might think a diamond is even more useless, only being good for a jukebox. But because we can craft armor and tools, it's extremely useful if you need to make any repairs. With the anvil accessible from the iron and the XP from the quartz, this can be a real lifesaver if your digging pick is running out. It may also be a good idea to store the diamonds as ore, so you can store XP there as well. The same would be said for redstone ore too. So here we have some other items that can be worthwhile. Ice can be a great alternative to using buckets, and ender pearls are ender pearls. Obsidian can be useful if you need to get to the nether, netherrack, nether brick, soul sand or glowstone, or maybe even lava. And the coal blocks can also make an excellent source of fuel for just one inventory slot, and a stack of food just in case you run out. Enchanting and repairing. Personally, I always keep supplies for enchanting in case I ever need to do some, and keeping some books and lapis in your ender chest will come in useful for just one inventory slot, and a stack of food just in case you run out. Enchanting and repairing. Personally, I always keep supplies for enchanting in case I ever need to do some, and keeping some books and lapis in your ender chest will come in useful. If you store the lapis in ore form, it will also have XP, which can be great if you just need a few more bits of XP to level up to the next level and make that enchant. So two final things to mention. Leftover space is a good thing. You don't always need to fill it all the way up to the brim with supplies, and having a little bit of space to store things that you found on your travels, like a name tag from a dungeon in a chest, is always a good thing. Second of all, if you choose to bring saplings and bone meal with you, think about what type. Not all trees drop apples, and depending on your build style, it would make more sense to bring spruce saplings if you were going to build a building with spruce wood, because then if you run out, you can always grow some more and get some more spruce wood. So that's all the tips I have for you in this.
You said you want to feel good about breakfast every day. We hear you. That's why at Nestle Cereals we've...
Hello everyone, and welcome to the More Essential Ender Chest video. This is a follow-up to the Essential Ender Chest video. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend you check it out, because otherwise you'll be a little bit confused as to what exactly it is that I'm talking about. So in that video, what I covered was all of the things that you can put inside your Ender Chest to make it more useful. And this mainly involved combinations of items that allow you to craft many things, because often or not in this game, you're forever travelling back and forth to pick up some items that you forgot that you needed for your builds. So the idea was to put as many of them in the Ender Chest and make it as useful as possible. Now that video was really well received. I want to say thank you to all of you for the wonderful feedback. It seemed like a lot of you really enjoyed it, and there were tons and tons of ideas being shared in the comments. So I thought I'd make a follow-up video and we can go over some of these ideas. We're going to start off with some revisions to the ideas discussed in the previous video. First of all, we've got bookshelves. Now you can craft these with 3 books and 6 pieces of wood, and then when you break the bookshelf you only get the 3 books back. So if you're happy sacrificing some wood, you can swap these books over for bookshelves, and then you'll be storing 3 times the amount in your ender chest. The next one here is slime blocks. This is pretty much the same deal. You can craft
is some apples. And I'm just gonna add in, what else should I add in? Oh yeah, I'm gonna add in a freaking one of these. Now, let's see what I can put, what the good things where I can put in my inventory.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Myth. Hello everyone and welcome to the Essential Ender Chest Guide. This video will show you how to make proper use of an ender chest by filling it with the right items to make it as useful as possible. Now this might sound a little... Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Myth Busting. We are here in the myth busting world, ready to take on our top 5 biggest myths. Now I've been playing this game for a long time.
Top 10 things you would need in your inventory. Top 10 things you will need. Top 10 things you will need. Top 10 things you will need in your inventory.
Hello everyone and welcome to 5 things you didn't know about the inventory. Now I can't guarantee you guys that you don't know any of these things about the inventory, but hopefully after watching this video you can learn most of it. Now today we're going to do inventory tweaks or controls that you can use within the inventory. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day and let's go and check out 5 things you didn't know about the inventory. For an even block number, go ahead and hold down your left mouse while already holding.
You need a website. Why not do it yourself? With Wix.
Hi to Minecraft. Top 10 things you will need in your inventory in Minecraft.
What's going on, guys? My name is Anthony and welcome to part 4 of things you might not know about Minecraft. Now if you guys want to see a part 5 of the series, then be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you guys do enjoy today's video, then be sure to give this video a like, because it is going to really help me out a lot, and it's of course going to motivate me to do more of these videos. But I hope you all had an amazing Christmas and everything. I'm now back to making videos again. I just took a little break for Christmas and everything. But without further ado, I hope you all enjoyed today's episode of things you might not know about Minecraft. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. If your nether portal breaks, then ghasts